I'm gonna tell you what. I lost my train of thought just now. What I was about to say about that.
About aging out. We were talking about aging out.
I was talking about.
So, Delson, how was babysitting back in the day when you did have to babysit for everybody?
You know what? Honestly, it felt like it was just my job. You know, it just felt like it wasn't nobody else to do that job. I was born to do that job. I was the oldest girl. You know, Dana, Nika, Cheryl, Mickey, all of them are like half a generation older than us, right?
Yes, at least 10 years.
Right. So they probably had to babysit us when we was little, and I don't really remember.
Yes, you do.
I do. I remember something about to say that. I don't really remember all the times that I was at Dana Dem's house, but I do remember scenes. I remember scents. I can remember the smell from your mama's house on Gapway. I remember that smell that her house used to have. And I remember one day Dana was going somewhere. I was at their house. Dana came and got me. But then when she got me, she was going somewhere. And I remember I was so mad that Dana was leaving me and that I had to stay there with Mickey. You know, Mickey wasn't no fun. She was quiet. She kept herself in the room reading or something. She wouldn't like really deal with me like that. But Dana was my pick. I always wanted to follow Dana around.
I must it was everybody's pick. That was mine said the same.
Dana and Nika.
I was her pick.
And then when Nika would come from Jersey, like I thought Nika was the coolest shit that ever hit me. My cousin used to come like the little go-go music and stuff, boy.
Have a jury on what she still
I'm
was.
telling you.
That shit gold up right now.
You couldn't tell me she wasn't cool and fresh, boy.
Then you had Cheryl, our sister.
Yeah, Cheryl was kind of a meanie. She was kind of mean back when we was little. Like she ain't fooling around with no kids. You about to get her dirty. Don't mess with her stuff, you know. But
I didn't care.
Cheryl was a hot girl, you know. That's kind of how I saw Cheryl coming up. Mickey was quiet, homebody, sitting up on the nail all the time, and Cheryl was a hot girl. And Dana and Nika, these two were just like, they were stars to me. Like, I looked up to them. I thought they was just like the coolest motherfuckers ever. You ain't gonna fuck with Dana because Dana might kick your ass.
Oh man, your brother used to be the hardest person to watch out for.
Yeah. I remember everybody kicked Jay ass. I remember when Cheryl kicked Jay ass.
Remember when Nika kicked his ass?
I remember when Nika kicked his ass. I remember Dana had a boy jacked up. I was like, boy. He was like, I don't know what he did. He must have apologized, groveled, or something. Dana had him jacked up.
Oh, man. I remember Nika had him jacked up. I walked in on it. I was like, what the hell?
I remember Mickey done had to put the deuces on. No, I'm going to take that back. Mickey didn't put the deuces. She probably did put the deuces on Jay. It probably was so common with him that it didn't stand out. But I remember Mickey put the deuces on Quentin when she was pregnant with Tyler. She came out the house, Quentin, and pissed her off. She came out the house and put the deuce. He ain't seen it coming. He ain't seen it coming, boy. I remember a lot of things like that from growing up in the trust.
Growing up in the trust. Now, one thing we did was fight. The only difference is y'all didn't have to fight. We had to fight Junebug and Curtis and Boo.
Yeah, we didn't have to fight, but we just fought each other.
Yeah.
You know, mostly girls versus the boys, Jay and Quentin.
And Till was good. Though.
Yeah, Till was a sweetheart.
Till was good.
Missy used to be so mean to Till. She'll have Till out there crying, and then next thing you know, I kick her and Monique ass fucking with Till. Y'all gonna leave Till alone. But they used to make Till cry, Monique and Missy. They used to bully her.
Yeah, they used to bully Raven because she couldn't touch fucking grass. What was wrong with that?
Raven was scared of everything.
Oh.
Everything. Her eyes were stretched so big. Like if a stranger, it don't even got to be a stranger, just somebody she don't see often. They walk up like Aunt Essie Mae, walk up to Raven, her eyes about to jump out her head. Like, this woman don't want you. They definitely don't want you now. With that crying, you got water hanging out your eyes. They definitely don't want you now. And I remember one time my mama bought me and my sister these little pink and blue matching outfits. It's like a dress, like a little button-up dress,
I
but it's
remember
got
that.
the shorts hooked to it, right?
Yes.
And it was the shorts was striped and the dress was solid, right? And it's a picture of me standing up, holding Raven on my hip like this right here, like I'm bent over with Raven sitting on my hip like this right here.
I remember that.
Yeah, so
I got a picture of you that is, I don't know where it's at right now, but I know I still got it. And you got Peanut on your hip in the same picture.
yeah,
It's in their room in Mickey House. You
Yeah.
got one. I don't know if it's Peanut. It might be Mickey, but one
probably
of them.
Mickey, because when we went to Florida,
I was pregnant.
yeah,
so
and
it's
I was
Mickey on my.
attached to Mickey. Like I wouldn't put her down.
This joker right here found her way around Palaca way faster than I did. She could walk back across the courtyard.
When we went to Florida initially, it was just a family trip. You know, everybody's going to visit Dana. By the way, I still haven't got anybody to come to Asheville to visit me. I'm just put that out there for the family members who listening. I still haven't got anybody to drive these little 4.5 hours to Asheville.
4.5 hours in the mountains.
Right. But we did drive them 10 hours to Florida and to visit Dana. She was getting ready to have Peanut. She was hot, miserable.
God.
She done got darker in that Florida sun. Her nose was spread. Her hair was just like this right here.
I got the short
And
fro.
she was like, I think I'm going to need me some help. That's me. That's me. I convinced, I don't know how I did it. Jesus came and helped me. Convinced my daddy to let me stay in Florida. Because if y'all know my daddy, he is not with that. He is not with that. No. In Florida, girl, you crazy. I was like, well, Dad, I want to stay and help Dana. She gonna help me get some school clothes, and she about to have the baby, and she needs some help. And we've been there for a few days, so they know they need some help. I'm the most reliable and the oldest, and the one who they know will stay. So I got to stay. I stayed until your mama had you. I had Mickey on my hip at every turn, wouldn't put her down.
Wouldn't put it down.
I forced him to come outside and walk. He was fat. He didn't want to come. It's hot. No, come on. I forced him out the door. Crying and all. Took him around, meeting little neighborhood people, boys, girls, you know, candy store and all that kind of stuff.
She remember the candy store.
And Florida was really hood. There was a pimp and some whores down. So I said it wrong. It was a pimp and some hoes downstairs. Now I didn't know that's what it was, because I was like, oh, the dude, Mr. Easy, and the girls, like his daughters, yeah, they cool. Then it was like, don't you go back down there ever again. The thunder crack. Remember we were talking about the thunder crack? It cracked. I was like, whoa, I won't go back over there.
That's because Mr. Easy called me and said you was sitting down there. He said, I'm finna sit on upstairs. She too young to be down here with my girls, my daughters, as he called them. Them daughters
I'm down there just
hoes.
talking, you know. And they ain't really talk about nothing, just
Everyday
talk.
stuff.
Yeah.
Everyday stuff.
And
well, he knew you wasn't no prostitute.
Yeah. And I didn't know they was no prostitutes. Okay. I thought these was teenage girls, you know.
Daughters.
I'm like, yeah, y'all get to go where you want to go. My daddy don't play that. But I had no idea they were working girls, you know. It's a big difference.
He called upstairs and said,
It's a big difference when you're 14.
I said, yes, sir.
You know.
He said, get your daughter. She knows she can't be down here with my girls.
Yeah. I'm 14 down there.
I
was
always hopping cars.
I did, and I didn't know what they was doing. Because I'm a square. I'm from the Trussell. So, you know, that could have been her mama coming to get her. Because I know my mama dropped me off on the road. So, how I know? I know my mama will pull up in the Trussell and be like, get out, and pull off before we get to the porch steps. Because guess what? The door open. If it ain't nobody in there, the door open. And it was. But nonetheless, I didn't know. How I know that's not what it was. All I know is,
because in Florida they call them car hoppers.
Dana made sure I knew that day. Don't you go back down there with them hoes, prostitutes, hookers. What? Oh, that's what it is? I did not know. I felt completely stupid and dumbfounded. Like, I don't know nothing in the world. I don't know nothing in the world. He a pimp? I thought pimps wore fur coats and suits and got a cane, a hat. He looked like somebody's uncle, Mr. Easy. Yeah, whole family. You know.
She didn't
The
know.
difference in the world.
He was a Cali old man.
See, in them days, Peanut, we used to could walk around Mullins. We can start at the Trussell, walk all the way across 76 up to about like where the old Jones is, where the Burger King is, like in that area. Meet Missy and Till, because they walking from the other end of 76. Meet Missy and Till, walk back down, come across Main Street all the way down. We done went to Johnson Street to go holler at my cousin Tina, play over there a little while, then walk back, come up East End, Front Street, go back to the Trussell. Like we just went to go meet Missy and Till. But in the days, it was safe.
Yeah.
It was safe to do that.
Can't do that now.
And you can't do that everywhere.
Sure can.
You know, back in those days, that was the time frame when we was doing that. But in Florida, girls a year or two older than me, they out here working.
They working girls. They on these corners,
See
jumping in cars. They call them car hoppers.
Right. So
Car hoppers. In North Carolina, we call them lot lizards.
Yeah.
New York, y'all call them prostitutes.
Yeah. And back to what we was talking about earlier about moving around and stuff. The culture is different everywhere you go.
Yeah. But one thing though don't change. People are people wherever you go though.
Oh, you're right. You're right. But
people are people.
I think it's about what kind of people you attract to you, because honestly, I attracted some pretty good people to my circle.
That's what's up.
You know,
that is what's
and
up.
I always keep me somebody's old auntie or granny on my team, just for the times when I need somebody to talk some sense to me, like my cousin Dana would, or like Ned would come out and say what's real before I be out here in these people mountains fucking up. You know,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to go up there to jail. It ain't. First of all, 3 reasons I ain't going to jail in the mountains.
Why is it?
Say this.
Because I can't find you.
Nope. 3 because because it's mostly white people. And I don't eat white people food.
Come on,
That's the first thing.
So come on now.
Secondly, because the last thing my black ignorant self need is a white country bitch trying to debo me, and I can't really do shit about it because they all white bitches. You know, they'll all be a white Bertha, and she ain't even black. A big old Bertha,
Her
and
name
she's
Martha?
white. Martha.
Martha.
Nah, that is not gonna work for me.
I gonna be beat up every day, Delta.
And I love my freedom. I'm scared of the police. I don't fuck around. I love my freedom.
I say that too.
But
you know, when I went to Florida, I kept getting locked. I just can't let you do me in the kind of way. But and that's the older I have calmed down.
I've been close. I've been close a few times.
Yes, you have.
I'm telling you, because my sister-in-law down.
It took you there though.
Oh, they took me there, but I ain't went to jail. I pulled myself back. Somebody got to have some sense.
Okay.
Apparently, y'all don't. So somebody got to have some, because I really would fuck up.
How about the woman in Walmart, Delta?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, tell us about your Karen experience while I got you. I wonder because Delta talking about the Karen experience. I thought I was going to throw up.
Me and TT in Walmart. Y'all don't know the new TT. When I left, TT was a sweet little girl. She ain't never been to the hood before, so she didn't know all the hood tactics that she know now. When I left, she was a sweet little innocent child. She's transformed. She's a project chick. Okay, I didn't do it. The projects did.
Okay,
so let's put that out there first and foremost too.
She did not learn this from her mother.
This ain't what she getting at the house. We trying to fix this at the house, but we in Walmart in Asheville. White people will put their. I'm saying that wrong. In Asheville, people will put on their pets a little service animal cloak, so they can take them in the stores with them.
Okay.
All right. I got a problem with that. I get really offended by that, because now you walk around with your little mangy pet in the store, sniffing on the bread and stuff, licking on the canned goods. He's smelling stuff, smelling people's leg, and they trying to walk by. And you got to walk around talking about a service animal. And service animals don't act like that. So you make it hard for people who need a service animal. Like a person who might have bad seizures. And they need to bring their dog in with them. And maybe they left their little security cloak at the house. Okay, they left their service animal cloak at the house.
I understand.
Now the people got to be strict with the laws, because you keep trying to bring your pets in here with the service animal cloak on. And this man just needs his dog. That's one reason I got a problem with it. The next reason is, this is your pet.